Hi, my name is Becca. Welcome to Raising Them Simply. Here we share all about our secular homeschool as a family of 5. Today we are going to chat about All About Reading Level 1. I have done a more detailed flip through and review of All About Reading Level 1. I will link that down below for you guys. But this is going to be more about what I wish I knew and how we use it in our household. If you're new here, I have a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and my almost 9-month-old. We're formally homeschooling my 6-year-old currently, and learning to read has been a struggle for us because we have learned along the way that my son has dyslexia and attention spans tend to be rather short in this household. So we jumped around for different curriculum, trying to find something that would fit for his unique learning style and things that we needed for our family. We settled on All About Reading. There is absolutely, I love the program. I love it for multiple reasons. One, once you get it set up, it's very open and go. It tells you exactly what to do. It's geared toward kids with dyslexia and other learning challenges. So all those tick the boxes for me. However, we do use All About Reading in some aspects a little bit differently than what it says. And I wanted to just go through someone who is currently doing it, how we make All About Reading work for our family. Maybe it's just because this is my 2nd year homeschooling, and maybe it's just my type A personality, because one of the benefits of this curriculum is that it tells you what to say, how to say it, what to do, right? Which is something that I really appreciate and need as the teacher for my homeschool. But I wish someone would have given me permission to be able to deviate from the curriculum. Because of our shorter attention spans and the way that my son prefers to learn, we needed to adapt this curriculum to be more beneficial to him. Nothing on this curriculum, I absolutely love it. My son loves the games and everything that it comes with, but some of the things can be a little monotonous, like going through flashcards and the word vocabulary sheets and all of that. So first things first is that we have a visual timer. Anything I talk about will be linked down below for you guys, but essentially this timer is, if you set it to 10 minutes, for example, you turn the thing over to 10 minutes, and then that entire 10-minute part of the timer is all shaded blue. There's different colors, but ours is blue. And then as the timer goes down, that colored portion gets shorter and shorter to help represent time better for kids. We never spend more than 15 minutes on reading. The only time we go over is if my son is, dying to finish a story. But the timer goes off. Once he's done finishing that word that he's on, we're done with it. Even if it's in the middle of a story, a vocabulary, word sheet, whatever it is, we don't spend more time with that. And since we've been more consistent with that, that has been super helpful for my son, because since reading is not his favorite subject in the world, that helps a lot to show him how much longer he has to do for reading. And then the second thing is that we have these whiteboards from Amazon. They came in a 2-pack. And we use these instead of looking at the word card sheets or the word cards. Now, the vocabulary sheets can, sometimes have like 50 words on a sheet or little phrases or whatever. And looking at all that is very overwhelming for my son. So we usually have to take another piece of paper and cover all the other words that he's not working on because it just gets too overwhelming. But we just started to use these whiteboards and it helps a lot. So if he's doing the word not, I will do a little circle under each sound, and then I do an arrow here. And he will take his finger and he'll go not. And so he's erasing those spots with his finger. It's forcing him to touch each sound, because I feel like a lot of kids do this, but they kind of just read it way too quickly and they skip sounds and stuff in the word. So it's forcing him to touch and sound out each sound. And then we do this because we always say it how you would read it, so that to help with blending. So we'll do that arrow for him to go faster. This has been really helpful, especially since my son, I don't know why, my son does not like putting his finger to words on paper. I don't know if it's a sensory thing or what it is, but he just does not like doing it. He will do it if it's this though, or I will give him an eraser and then his finger doesn't touch it. But this has been super, super helpful. It's not so overwhelming, and then it forces him to kind of sound out each letter. The other thing that we've done is we do different games with the word cards and the sound cards. So like I showed you, those are the cards that come with it. And when they talk about new words, which are like leap words or sounds or anything like that, it goes into that lesson. What we do is 2 different games that my son prefers. One is we'll do a search and find, where I will take the cards and put tape on the back of them, and I hide the cards all over the house. We usually do about 10 cards at a time. That tends to be the sweet spot. That way, if he wants to do more, we'll do more, but 10 doesn't seem to be that overwhelming for him. So we will hide those around the entire house. Then he has to go and search for those word cards. Once he finds one, he has to stop and he has to read the card. If he does not read it correctly, then sometimes I will hide it again or whatever. I give him ample time to be able to try to correct it himself, because those word cards, even though they might be new, it's not the first time that he has actually read or seen that word before. So I give it ample time to be able to correct himself. If he doesn't do it, I will take the card and put it in one pile for review, or I will go and hide it again. And he has to read the card correctly before he can go and find the next card. The second game that we do is we do kind of like this racing game, or kind of like a Simon Says game, where I will sit over there on the couch. We'll put a bunch of cards over here on the floor. My son will have to run to the cards as fast as he can, grab a card, run back, read the card correctly before going to get the next card. I always set a timer for this because my son is really, really motivated by a timer. And so we will set a timer. Sometimes we'll say, go run and grab a card like a cheetah, or go hop to a card like a cheetah. So it helps with extra stimulation, getting energy out, and helps with this focus on that as well, and keeps things more interesting. Now, an additional thing that we use to incorporate into All About Reading to kind of help reinforce different concepts is Explode the Code. Explode the Code is a really great tool to add to whatever curriculum that you're using, but it does coincide really, really well with All About Reading, because the way that it introduces different sounds and words actually really closely mimics the All About Reading and how they introduce it. So there are a lot of different levels. I'm not sure what number they go up to. They do a quiz online, so if you are wanting to know where your child fits in with their programs, you can do that. I will link that down below for you guys. But we just started with level 1 because the whole point was that we wanted to review and reinforce concepts that he's already learned. And we did not start Explode the Code when we started All About Reading. That's something that we added later. So, right now we're doing level 1. What's really cool is that they also have half levels. So if you're not quite ready for level 2, but you finished level 1, they do have a level 1.5. But it helps decode reading through games, learning different sounds for your kids. They do have an online as well. We just do the workbooks because that's what works best for us and our family. But my son he just loves the games, and it's something that also helps with his penmanship. I don't feel like that's something that's important to us at this point in our homeschooling journey. So we don't focus really on penmanship or spelling or anything like that. But it does help, get him started on certain things, and it helps another part of his brain kind of activate what different words are through helping with the writing things down. I'm not sure if you did it in the past, or maybe people who would write down spelling words over and over again to help be able to spell things correctly in school. This is kind of the same concept, but for reading. And so it does work really, really well for us. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I'm sorry this video was so choppy, just mom life, trying my best over here to get these videos out for you guys, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you needed any permission, you can deviate from any curriculum that you want, but these are just some ways that we deviate from All About Reading to help enhance that for my young child. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. It really helps me out, and I love chatting with you guys. Feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. It's a free way to help support my channel and get notified of future videos. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.